So, a couple months ago, I did a video. I noticed I forgot to do the men's version of that, so that's what we're doing today. Gunther versus Chris Sabin, purely off of in-ring. Now, I'm familiar with Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, obviously. Let's talk about the disaster of that booking, first of all. Actually, let's not talk about that. I'm going to go Gunther. So, Angel Garza versus Logan Paul. I'm going Angel. They're barely featured, though. Okay, I'm glad he just popped up, so now I can finish my thought. These guys are super under... In fact, Berto versus Penta, I'm actually going to go Berto here. I was recently, not long ago, actually looking up clips of I forget why, but this guy's super solid. You just never see it because they're not booked. They could be. He's got a good look, no homo. He's good in the ring. But yeah, I'm actually going to say he's better than Penta. Okay, Otis versus Jimmy Uso. I'm going to go Otis. Santos Escobar versus Brutus Creed. I'm going Santos. Omos. Okay, that was scary. I thought I didn't press record. Omos versus Lexus King. I guess it's got to be Lexus King. Just naturally. Tony D'Angelo. Ciampa. Ludwig Kaiser or Grayson Waller. I'm going to give it to Kaiser. I forgot he's freaking Americano. Hank versus Eric. I'm going Eric. In situations like that, if I pick the wrong one, in your opinion, go ahead and call me out in the comments, but none of those two were going to win. Channing Stacks Lorenzo versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. Kevin Owens or Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm giving that to Shinsuke. JD McDonough versus... I've never seen or heard this guy ever. 99% sure JD McDonough's the answer here. JD is super slept on in the ring. He's actually really good. Again, I don't know Malik Blade, but there's no way I'm wrong here. Finn Balor versus Nathan Frazier. Nathan is, from what I'm seeing, is pretty good. Yeah, I'm going Finn Balor though. Cruz del Toro. Is Miles Bourne better than him? I don't know, because I haven't seen a lot of Miles Bourne. Let me tell you why, real quick. Why I don't watch NXT or Evolve. In history, when they call someone up, they sometimes just switch up their whole shit. And it's not even a continuation, a proper continuation of what we just saw back there. I already know not to get too attached to people too early now. Cruz del Toro. Dragon Lee or Axiom? Dragon Lee. Ilya Dragunov or Brock Lesnar? Ilya Dragunov, get mad. Talatonga, Rusev. Roman Reigns or Bronco Nemo? Roman Reigns. Kale Dixon or R-Truth? When this guy's actually wrestling properly. Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate? Oh, interesting. Where are my UK people at? Who's better? Based on my own knowledge, I would have said it's Tyler Bate. Because I don't really like Pete Dunne's style too much as far as like, oh, let me bend your fingers. I'm gonna go Bate. Sean Spears or Noam Dar? I'll go Spears here. Jey Uso or okay. Normally, I'd give it to the non-developmental guy for free. Now I don't know. Who watches NXT? Dion looks at Dark State? Whatever. This bothers me, by the way. Like, if you're gonna take the picture, like, obviously this kind of mask, I can't believe this is turning into a... As the mask guy himself, let me explain something. Just fix the mask perfectly for the picture. Just line it up. You know what? Just for that, I'm putting Jey Uso through. Okay, Tyson DuPont. Damian Priest. Ray Phoenix or Dante Chen? Ray Phoenix. Alex Shelley versus Montez Ford. Ooh. Okay, obviously the Motor City Machine Guns go hard, especially in their TNA days. Some tag teams, they fall apart when they have to do any single stuff on their own, as we've seen. I don't think this would happen to any of these two. I mean, he's in the tag team too. In that context, I guess I'll give it to the edge to Shelley. Because when I think about how they work within their tag teams too, the in-ring synergy comes together better on this side than it does, in my opinion. I'm just gonna go Shelley. Luca Crucifino or Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins. Akira Tozawa or CM Punk? Again, booking is gonna distract and make you think that Tozawa's trash, but he might actually be. Do we have to pull up a video? Hold up, let me see something here. They do that in WWE too, guys, don't worry. Maybe I should look from something from Dragon Gate. What are they doing? What is going? Okay, I'm obviously missing out on some kind of gag here. This is a terrible example. Okay. You're lucky I couldn't find a good example. Your boy makes it through. Rey Mysterio versus... Oh, Dominic Mysterio. Okay. In ring, 2026. That might still be Rey, not gonna lie. Angelo Dawkins versus Sheamus. Ooh. Sheamus is really good, especially for how long he's been doing it. He's one of the better veterans right now that can put on a good match. Everybody else be kind of like halfway hard, only like half a heart in, it feels like. However, everybody sleeps on Dawkins. Dawkins is really good too. Stylistic difference more than anything. I'll give this one to Sheamus. Apollo Crews versus Joe Gacy. Apollo Crews. They just don't book him like that. Sami Zayn versus The Miz. Sami Zayn. Tama Tonga versus Cutler James. Tama Tonga. LA Knight versus Javon Evans. I recorded a video that I was gonna upload on, I think it was last week, or the chamber. Okay, so after the chamber, I wasn't gonna do a review, and then late I decided to do a review. I recorded it and then didn't upload it. I might get super meta right here and just throw that portion of the video that I'm talking about in about LA Knight, and then we'll come back to this. You can skip it if you want, whatever. But this is what I was gonna upload.
I think it's time we have the LA Knight conversation, guys. First and foremost, shout outs to all the LA Knight fans out there. But I think it's about time you guys join the Finn Balor Club, because it might just be over for your boy. We've seen Unreal, so now we got a better idea of how these people think back there. And it's exactly like I expected, like I already said. But, long story short, LA Knight, I think they're Chelsea Greening him, but just at his level. They look at him as to, hey, this guy's over without any effort from us. We can just plug him in places that need a little bit of a boost, and that's it. I knew as soon as they put him into hiding to bring him back to the Rumble to not win, that's what did it for me. Money in the Bank, most people might think that might be his last chance, but let me tell you something. Since bringing up Oba and Trick Williams, now I definitely don't see it for LA Knight. Let's talk about it. Actually, let's talk about the chamber real quick, then we'll go back to LA Knight. Seth Rollins came back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's fully recovered, but everybody else is injured, so I don't know what they're going to do. Anyhow, Randy Orton won. I actually predicted this too, believe it or not, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. I knew it was either going to be Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton, but I ultimately went with Randy Orton because, check this now. Now, this is going to make Cody look a certain way. Take it how you will. But as soon as Cody and Drew McIntyre went backstage and Cody apparently lobbied for himself to lose the belt to Drew, I knew that there was no way that he was doing that to not get the title back. There's no way he's just like, oh, I'm done with my title reign and give it to Drew. No, he probably lobbied to lose the belt because of fan reaction, knowing fans, and rightfully so, they were going to get tired of it, and it was going to be stale. So it was probably a mixture of that, and everybody else saying, I like Cody more on the chase. So it was probably a mixture of those two elements, and low-key, I think your boy is trying to pad those World Heavyweight Championship stats, them WWE Championship title reigns. Sorry, there's an unidentified creature in my rearview mirror. It was just creeping. Okay, anyways. No, I think that's a bag in the wind. Never mind. False alarm. Anyways, let's talk about LA Knight. Like I said, I think it's over for your boy. And it's all about that botch that happened in the men's chamber match. Let's talk about it. Now, first of all, before I say anything, I want to remind some people and tell some new people, I guess, I am very fair. I'm not one of these people that go super hard on people for botching, depending on what the botch is. But especially if it's top rope stuff, that happens to the best of them. Other people, however, and I'm sure you watched a lot of these people, they are very selective on who they want to go full rage on and who not, and when the kitty gloves come out. Because let me tell you something. When LA Knight slipped off the top rope, I was waiting to hear all your usual suspects, to hear what their reaction was going to be. And lo and behold, because generally they like LA Knight more than the people that they usually like to call out, it was kitty gloves, or they didn't mention it at all. But let's talk about the botch itself. LA Knight, I don't even know what he calls it, but that middle rope to jump up to top rope to spring off and do the elbow drop, he went for that thing. He slipped off the top rope. It was a botch, so obviously it looked awkward. And he had to finish the elbow drop on, I think it was Orton. Didn't go over well. Because again, it's awkward to watch. But if it wasn't already over for LA Knight before then, I think this does not help his case. God, it's just rough to see because, again, a lot of people like LA Knight. Some people swept it under the rug. Here's a good example. So on Twitter, somebody made a full compilation of all of LA Knight's, supposedly all of LA Knight's botches. And he botches that top ropes. Anything top rope, he's botching. Like the run up to meet the person at the top rope that's sitting there to do like whether it's a superplex. I think that's what he goes for. I already forgot. He's botched that multiple times. LA Knight needs to stop hanging out with the top rope, dude. And this leads me to what I was gonna say. Because LA Knight's a pretty big guy. But the way how he wrestles or his style in general, it looks like he's trying to prove something to stand out from the other guys similar his size. And maybe it would work if it wasn't so like Russian roulette on if he's going to hit it or not. For example, another thing LA Knight does that's just, I wish he just would not do. Okay, so you got people who do kip ups, and then you got whatever toddler behavior that LA Knight does. It looks like he was in the lab trying to experiment some new way of getting up, and then he kind of just never like finished it. Because I'm pretty sure I did something like this when I was 8, but it does not look, because he has to sit up first. So he's already halfway up, but then you have to lay back down to go into the back. It's so weird. But that's basically LA Knight's whole style in a nutshell. But anyways, point is, you go down to the comment section, and everybody's coming to the defense of LA Knight. Let me give you another example here. There was a show, I forget what event this happened at, but AJ Styles did a springboard. He was going for the phenomenal forearm, I believe it was. He slipped off the top rope. But I think earlier in the night before that even happened, Jade Cargill went for a springboard crossbody. She slipped off the top rope. The difference in heat that Jade Cargill got as opposed to AJ Styles. For AJ Styles, all the excuses came out. For Jade Cargill, people were straight up lying in the comments, talking about why she go for that. All she does is botch. She's never hit that in her life. Why she go for that? When she fully has hit that. She doesn't do that really like anymore. But she hit that multiple times when she was tagging with Bianca Belair. That was a spot that she was just going for regularly, and she was hitting it clean up until that moment. But as soon as she messes it up once, which again, top rope spots, that can happen. Io Sky slipped. Nobody says anything there. What I'm getting at, again, is this is why I can't take people serious on here when they're not consistent. They literally have heat based on how much they like or hate the person already. They're not fair. I will even go my way to say things to act as a repellent to not garner the same crossover as the same viewer base as those type of people typically get. But anyways, point is, on this whole video, I think they've Chelsea Greened LA Knight, put him in his box, and that's where he's going to be. So what I'm interested in more than that is when LA Knight's contract runs up, I'm wondering if he resigns or if he goes to AEW, for example. Because right now, obviously I'm rooting for LA Knight. I want him to do well. I want him to, get something at least one time. Give him a little Damian Priest type thing one time, if that's all it's going to be. Sure, at least give him that, and then we'll see. But if nothing happens, and then his contract runs up, and he re-signs, and then nothing happens again, I can't feel sorry for him. Because we've seen this situation before. So at that point, you basically made your own bed and, tucked yourself in. Now there's a rabbit running in front of my car. It's looking at me. Yo, why are you fucking looking at me like that, bitch? Giant-ass rabbit. Yo, if this rabbit... Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, Toxic Thunder, I'm going to work.
So that being said, I gotta go Javon here. And I've said this before, it's not like Javon is completely brand new. He's not like developmental, so that's not really like a diss to LA Knight or anything. Tank versus Charlie Dempsey. I know nothing about these guys, but I'm going Charlie Dempsey. Joaquin Wilde versus Saquon Sugars. I vaguely remember seeing clips of Saquon somewhere. I can't remember if it was against Javon, now that we just spoke about him. Okay, we're gonna do Saquon the courtesy of at least checking out his top 10 moves. Lucky Ali. Let's react. Rope hung back clothesline. Okay, what's number 9? Elevator. Are we fighting women? Big boot. And this is DPW making the video themselves, not like you're just a fan. Okay, spin to block. Hold up. Okay.
Dead weight. You can see right. Yeah.
That's Javon right there. Electric chair, facebuster. Oh, okay. That was smooth.
That seemed to light another fire underneath Jay Malachi, but dangerous position here, Caprice.
That's probably my favorite one so far. What the hell is gonna be better than that F12?
I think this time might be
Looking for that F12.
F12?
F12 from Lucky Ali.
Okay, not gonna lie, it started off slow.
Fireman's carry. Oh, the F12.
Now I'm starting to see the vision. Oh shit, I thought he was like slipping off there.
Lucky Ali just crushed both of them. Hooks the leg. Damn it. Oh, damn.
Yo, pull your pants up, dog. Wait, is that his gear? Wait, wait, is this gear just made like that? Okay, that's a design choice. What?
Ali with a leap to the top. Snowbody splash.
That's the gear. That is. Wait, is that the gear? I think that's the gear. Anyways.
And Ali has put Bojack away.
No, wait, I don't think it was.
And Ali has
I can see the. What is going on? How are tights not tighting? Anyways, whatever.
Bojack away.
Looking at dude's ass.
Lucky Ali has ever thrown. Oh,
Okay, that's definitely not number 2. But
cover. Wow. The champion with a kick between the legs. That's it. Just steal right under the line. Lucky
and number 1, I'm guessing, is gonna be whatever his finisher is.
looking for the grab. Nails it. Grab that. Lucky kicked him between the legs and from behind.
That's enough right there. This is the control that Ali wanted.
Junkie driver.
What is this? What does Ali have in mind here?
Okay, that's cool. Alright, let me guess. Everybody who's watched NXT, you haven't seen him do half of these moves. Anyway, moving on. I'm sure people aren't gonna be too mad. None of these two are gonna win anyway, but I'll go stick one. Elton Prince or El Grande Americano? Ludwig version. Ludwig. Hold up. Fuck! No, oh my god, did I just... Tell me that wasn't Chad Gable, that I accidentally misclicked and then put Jacob Fatu over. Tell me that wasn't Chad. I'm not restarting this video. I moved my camera and then I just clicked to click back on this screen and oh my god. Uncle Howdy or Carmelo Hayes? Carmelo Hayes. Ricky Saints or Obafemi? I'll tell you what, if that was Chad Gable and we get to the end, executive decision, we're doing an extra round and we're gonna see if that guy I actually think is better than Chad Gable. In my head, Chad Gable definitely would have made it way further based on who I can think of off the top of my head right now that's active. Anyways, Ricky Saints or Obafemi? I think I'm just gonna go Oba here. Tavion Heights or Ethan Page? I don't know Tavion. Is he the brother? Apparently he what's his Gable Steveson? Is that his brother? Am I thinking someone else? Because Gable Steveson is an actual, obviously, wrestler. I imagine this guy should be pretty good, but I don't know if he's better. I'm just going to go Ethan Page, though. Eric Rowan or John Cena? John Cena. Xavier Woods or Osiris Griffin? Xavier Woods. Ivar Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes. R-Truth versus Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker, even though it shouldn't be. JD McDonough versus JC Mateo? You have to have outside knowledge for him, especially because he hasn't been presented well or given us any good examples really here. I swear. Okay, let me talk about this real quick. To anyone who is pursuing a pro wrestling career, I think we've had a long enough time now to see the landscape for what it is. There is a clear, correct decision on who you should pick based on what kind of wrestler you are or what kind of fan to become wrestler. For example, you're trying to be a wrestler and you're actually good at wrestling in the ring and you want to get your shit off, then you go to AEW first and you do all that. Then when you're done that, you use WWE as the retirement home. And then from building up all your stock outside of the WWE, you're more likely to get a better shot over here anyway because there's less work for them to do. Use WWE as the retirement home, and that's what it seems like these guys are doing. Just coasting. That being said, JD McDonough, I'm gonna put over here. Bronson Reed or Ethan Page. Okay, yeah, I'll go Ethan Page here. Damian Priest or Cody Rhodes. I think I kind of like Damian's moves better, but as far as who's the actual better like wrestler, I guess Cody Rhodes. Kit Wilson or Ilya Dragunov. Johnny Gargano or Dexter Lumis, Gargano. Javon or Santos. I'm gonna go Javon here. That's a stylistic choice too, in part. Rey Mysterio or Otis. Rey Mysterio. Cruz del Toro or Tyreek Iguit. Sami Zayn or Tyler Bate. Sami Zayn. Carmelo Hayes or Kofi Kingston. Carmelo Hayes. Gunther or Roman Reigns. Okay, so there's a lot of debate when it comes to Gunther. Let me explain. So Gunther is now being accused of being a chop merchant. Only 3 moves. Like one of them type of people. That's heavily the WWE style anyway with a lot of people, but I've seen what good Gunther looks like against the right opponent. It's Gunther. Good Roman looks like how do I put this? A good Roman match relies more on like if you're thinking back to the Bloodline, it relies way more on the storytelling of the interferences and other people involved and stuff like that. In ring, rap for raps, I've seen better from Gunther. Lucian, I don't care about any whatever. Let's just pick that guy. Berto or Jey Uso. Berto. Obafemi versus Ray Phoenix. It's probably Ray Phoenix. Nico Vance versus Austin Theory. What the hell? Who is this? Bro's trying to get pushed. What is this? You seen this? This guy trying to get the belt. This guy trying to finish the story before even getting called up to the roster, the main roster. Austin Theory. Lexus King or Uriah Connors. I'm gonna go Lexus King. Dragon Lee or Tonga Loa. Dragon Lee. Aleister Black or Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke. Saquon Sugars. Spears. I'll go Saquon. CM Punk or Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Julius Creed or El Grande Americano. Are these the other? Fuck. Julius Creed. I think I did cancel out chat. I still don't know. I'm not gonna know until I edit this. Okay, Apollo Crews or Sheamus. I actually think it's Apollo Crews here. But again, they don't showcase this guy and put him in enough stuff. I'm going Apollo. Ludwig Kaiser or Drew McIntyre. I'll go Drew here. Trick Williams or Andre Chase. Trick Williams. I don't know. Who cares about no Chase U? Tamatonga versus Angel. Let's talk about it. Not this, but how the hell is Chase U supposed to work on the main roster? Okay, I'm giving this to Tama. Jacob Fatu or Finn Balor? Finn Balor. Charlie Dempsey or Solo Sikoa? I don't know how good Charlie is. That's William Regal's son, so ideally he should be on game. Again, I think the best Samoan in ring that I can think of has always been Samoa Joe, off top of my head. But I'll go Solo here anyway. Eric or John Cena? John Cena, I guess. Xavier Woods or Ciampa. Randy Orton or Joe Hendry? Randy Orton. Alex Shelley or Rusev? I'll give it to Rusev. Rusev or Dragon Lee? Ethan Page or Lexus King? Ethan Page. Gargano or Trick Williams? Gargano. Solo Sikoa or Gunther? Sami Zayn or Braun Breaker? I'm actually going Sami Zayn here. Sami Zayn is, again, he's been doing it forever at El Generico. I've seen his Ring of Honor stuff from way back. He's actually good. It's just that his character is written annoyingly a lot of times. I've been so on and off with Sami Zayn because of how they write this guy or the situations they put him in. But he's definitely one of the way more solid in-ring workers in the company of WWE. Braun's got some cool stuff though. JD McDonough or Drew McIntyre? JD McDonough. Cruz del Toro or Carmelo Hayes? Josh Briggs or Ilya? Shinsuke Nakamura or Apollo Crews? In 2026, it probably is Apollo Crews. But again, we don't get to see him. there's only so much benefit I can give somebody without them showing me any recent results. So I'll just do Shinsuke for the moment. Rey Mysterio or Julius Creed? Julius. Austin Theory or Ciampa? Austin's really good though too. Cody Rhodes or Rey Fenix? I'm gonna go Rey Fenix. Berto or Seth Rollins? Oh fuck! Holy no! This might be Berto. I shit you not. I might have to pull up a video because 2020 again, 2026. Oh, hold up! No! You guys need to see some. Let's see what I'm talking about here. Let's get left punch, right punch, Irish whip, all those moves out of the way, and let's get to the actual good stuff. I might just start from like second half of the video. Japanese arm drag. Okay, that's smooth. We're gonna find something here. I got the benefit of post editing too, so. What did he do there? Oh, okay. I've never seen a small package like that. Oh, that was smooth. Oh, a headbutt. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, Berto will be moving out here. Oh, it's cave. And then you gotta remember LA Knight slips off the top rope. Are we going for things like these? Not just LA Knight, by the way. I'm not hard on people watching, like, especially stuff like that. Oh boy, power bomb. Yeah, you guys think I'm joking. Avalanche Hurricane Rana. Yeah, I don't think Suicide Dive should make it in the 10, but get out power bomb. That's what I like. I like high flyers or like people who are super athletic that still do power moves also. It gives the rest of our stuff so much more flair because then it makes it stand out. He's another one. I guess both of them should go to AEW also. Unless they're being used well in AAA, I don't know. But. Okay, so did he just disaster kick better than Cody disaster kick? This is what I'm talking about though. You got everybody doing cutters now too. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Look up, dude. That's clean. That's just like a better Twisted Bliss, basically. Argentine facebuster. Aztec press. I'm putting this guy over Seth Rollins. Dude, they could easily have pushed this guy. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, get mad. Berto wins. Tamatonga or John Cena? Tamatonga. Randy Orton or Javon? Javon. Quan Sugars or Finn Balor? Probably Finn Balor, but again, they're booking him like trash. Hold on, let me back up. What did I do? I did Javon over Randy Orton. People probably reacting to that. To me, Randy Orton in the ring hasn't been exciting for a long time. A Randy Orton match for me is, hey, how's the RKO going to come up? That's it. Other than that, he's just like, what? A hero sequence? Draping DDT? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to like the WWE style of things. Anyways. Carmelo Hayes or Shinsuke Nakamura? Carmelo. Data McDonough or Ilya Dragunov? This is a match I'd like to see, actually. But I'm going to Ilya Dragunov. Ethan Page or Dragon Lee? Dragon Lee. Johnny Gargano or Javon Evans? I'm going Javon. Berto or Gunther? I'm going to go Berto here. Finn Balor or Sami Zayn? I actually give this to Sami Zayn. Julius Creed or Ciampa? I'm gonna give the Ciampa. Tama Tonga or Ray Phoenix? I'm just gonna give this one to Tama Tonga. Ray Phoenix has gotten pretty far, considering that, especially lately, I don't really like his in-ring style too much. Like, he's got flashy stuff, but again, he's like the opposite of how I like the flashy to be implemented. For example, like I was saying before, people like Osprey and Prime AJ Styles, perfect example. They've got the flashy stuff too, but it's mixed in with power moves. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with Tama Tonga here. Carmelo Hayes or Tama Tonga? Carmelo Hayes. Sami Zayn or Dragon Lee? Is it worth bringing up a Dragon Lee video so people don't make tribute videos anymore? I remember back in my day, people were going crazy on Windows Movie Maker, making tribute videos, which would show like so much more. I guess whoever was big back then. But yeah, let's go. I've definitely seen good Dragon Lee stuff outside of the company. If anything's included in here. Slingshot single leg drop. I mean, Dragon Lee presents pretty well in WWE anyway, as far as in-ring, but as always, the best stuff is never in WWE. Tope Suicida. Okay, that was actually... I did that pretty easily. Okay. Now we moving. Incinerator. Interesting. Oh, okay. I think I've seen that before. I don't think it was him that did it, but I thought I saw that move somewhere. Okay, so that, I mean, do I or do I not? Like, anything Sammy could do, Dragon Lee could probably do like less effortless. Berto or Ilya Dragunov? I think I'll go Ilya here, but that might be a stylistic choice on my part. I heard actually somebody else refer to a style known as the small powerhouse, I think he called it. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. That's basically what I'm trying to portray here. And again, Ilya makes everything look very impactful, aggressive, and all that. So that's one thing I like about him. Javon Evans or Ciampa? I might have to go Ciampa here. Because like I was saying just like a few minutes ago, Javon almost suffers from the thing I was talking about when it came to Ray Phoenix. And when I was comparing him to like Sol Ruka and stuff like that. Again, a lot of people were talking about how good Sol Ruka is in the ring. And then I see her, and it's like seemingly, I'll say seemingly, all the acrobatics and gymnastics that you people get on AEW wrestlers doing, when that's not even the case when it comes to the top AEW wrestlers that people mention, like Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, and everybody else that's doing... I'm not even going to explain it again, but yeah, Javon seems to be... If he adds a little bit more moves as far as like power moves into his set, because again, I've said this before too, my favorite move that Javon does is actually the suplex where he does the kip up after. That looks smooth as hell. After that, he kind of, he's kind of just springboard here, top rope this, and which that stuff is smooth too. I'm Ciampa for now. Ilya Dragunov or Carmelo Hayes? I'm going Ilya Dragunov again. Ciampa or Dragon Lee? I'll go Dragon Lee here. Dragon Lee or Ilya? Yeah, I guess Ilya wins. Okay, so let's pretend it came down to Ilya and Chad Gable. If that is who I eliminated, because he should have been in the tournament. Maybe he was, and that's who I eliminated. Out of them two, out of Ilya Dragunov and Chad Gable, I probably would have put Chad Gable, to be honest. Although that's really close too. That's another match I want to see. That'd probably be a crazy good matchup too. Yo, but that for like a mid-card title, like they need to run that. Like after this, I guess El Grande stuff is finished. But I guess that's fair. Like I'm happy with Ilya or Chad. I guess this didn't turn out as bad as I thought. I know a lot of people mad because Seth Rollins isn't the winner. Or who else would have people thought should have been the winner? I see a lot of people putting CM Punk super high in 2026. But I don't think CM Punk at any point was like amazing in the ring. He's had good matches, of course, but that's not hard to do. Like, you don't have to be the best athlete to have good matches in WWE. But anyways, let's see who people picked. Oh, okay, never mind. I forgot. Everybody else didn't do a bite in ring. They were just going off of who their favorite is. So this is irrelevant. Or did they? Hold on, let's see. Okay. think of them overall. Okay, so yeah, it's a mixture of things here. So these guys were going off of accomplishment, popularity, physique, character, gimmick, most probably to win the battle. So booking, what? Let's see who their top 10 was. Obafemi, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Vaughn, Trick. This is a weird list. Yeah, anyways. Isaac Thunder. We reppin'. I lost my... And on to the next one. I'm out.